Before I start this video, I'd just like to say I'm sure you're aware of what's happening at the moment with the protests for Black Lives Matter. I'm very aware that discrimination and persecution of black people has been going on for many, many years, but as we're all becoming more aware of the difficulties that black people and people of colour face each day, even in today's society, I feel like it's really important that we all band together and support black people in fighting against racism and calling for those who have murdered black people to be held accountable for that and it not just be like brushed away, because that's not on. It's human life. You can't just be killing people, especially not for their skin colour. That's just ridiculous to me. So if you would like to help support the Black Lives Matter movement, I'll leave a link down in the description box. You can go and call for accountability of the police officers who have killed black people, sign petitions, get this movement going, and hopefully finally we can eradicate racism. It's about time. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought it was about time to do a top surgery reveal slash tell you about what happened with that. I meant to do an update type thing after about 3 months, but as I'll explain, there were some complications which meant that I didn't really feel comfortable doing it that early. At the end of May, I was 6 months post top surgery. Next week, I've got my 6-month consultation with my surgeon. Obviously, I can't go down all the way to Manchester to see him for that, so we're doing it over video call. I probably would have rathered him see me in person because there are some things I'd like to talk about, which I'll go into, but gotta make do. Yeah, I guess I'll jump right in. Okay, I'm gonna have to lower the camera for this. So this is my chest. I love it. I get to wake up every day and just throw on some clothes and not worry about binding. Don't have to do it when I leave the house, anytime. My back pain has gone away so much. I still get it, I still get muscle pain. But I'm thinking that might be like a posture thing. And also I've been trying to like bulk up a little bit, so obviously that will give me some muscle tightness. But okay, here we go. The scars have faded so much. I'm really happy with that. And my nipples are great, in my opinion. Just saying. Yeah, they're slightly different sizes or shapes, but that doesn't really bother me that much. They're not like that different. And when I was first when I first got my dressings off, it looked like a whole lot different, but as the scars have faded, they've kind of become similar shapes. It's still quite sore sometimes. Like, it's hard to explain. It's not like a painful pain. It's like, I don't know, like, so sometimes I think it must be like nerve pain or something. Like here, it feels quite strange. Like when I first got out of surgery, when I touched here, it would like make here twitch, and it would like tingle there, which was a strange sensation. But yeah, so that's what makes me think it's nerve pain. But sometimes if I like brush, it's not even if I press it doesn't hurt, but it's like if I accidentally like scratch lightly with my fingernail, sometimes it like does like a sparky pain. Like if you've had top surgery, you'll know what I mean by that, I think. Yeah, it's a bit strange. But and also I get the same here, but I think this might be to do with some swelling I've got. So when I first came out of surgery, this bit here was like really swollen, and so was here. This has gone down mostly. I've still got a bit of swelling there, but if I can turn, you can see like here and here a bit, it sticks out, and it feels quite hard. Which is what I wanted to talk to my surgeon about in person, and I wanted him to be able to like see it properly. But I guess I'll just bring it up to him over the video call. So yeah, I don't think it's an issue. Like, it doesn't look weird, and if I've got a shirt on, you can't really tell or anything. It's just something I thought I should bring up with him. I'm really happy with how the scars have like gone down, and I've not got any keloids or anything, I don't think. My biggest bit of scar, if you can, is this bit, and it's not even that big. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I've just been using like vitamin E oil. I just got all of these. I'm not sponsored or anything, but like I got them from Holland and Barrett. It's like a health food store. So after I get up and shower, I massage the oil into my scars and around my nipples. The reason I do it after my shower is because I find that after I've washed my body, the scars feel quite dry, and then like if I go like that or something, it feels like they're stretching more. Like, they're probably not, but it feels uncomfortable because they're dry. So that's when I massage the oil in, and then I do it the same when just before I go to bed as well, so I don't wake up in the morning and they're all dry. Now I'll just talk about complications I had afterwards. They weren't like major or anything, but my surgeons warned me that it could happen. So what I'm talking about is, because I'm like pretty hairy, as you can see, I only had one option of surgery, which was the double incision with 3 nipple grafts. And that's because if I had any of the other options, there was the chance that hair could grow like underneath the skin, causing abscesses, infection, stuff like that. So they did warn me that that could happen with this anyway, which it did. Everything looked like it was healing fine for the first kind of, I want to say like month to month and a half. And then I started noticing, first I started noticing that there was like hair growing through the scar, which is like really weird. And I guess that's just something I have now. But yeah, about 1 month, one and a half months post-op, I noticed like some little abscesses coming up along here, and you can probably still see like the scars from them. So like here, there, some of the those are just the stitches scars, which haven't faded quite yet. But yeah, like along here, and also around my nipples, like they just look like little like whiteheads, like spots. But obviously I knew that's not supposed to happen. So like I left them alone, because I know you're not supposed to like burst it or whatever, because that can spread infection. So, but like when I was like washing my body, like it would burst and it wouldn't really heal over properly. It would just form another abscess and like a bigger one, and it was quite painful. So yeah, I went to the doctor, got antibiotics, and it like settled down briefly, but it didn't really fully heal. What made me think it was the hair growing through causing the abscess was that I noticed that like in some of the abscesses there was like an ingrown hair, and it was like real gross. So because it was the hairs that was like growing through, it meant that I just kept getting abscesses every time a hair would want to grow. It became very frustrating. I was quite down about it, because I was like, is this just my life now? Do I just have abscesses on my chest and they won't go away? Because I had 3 courses of antibiotics before it actually cleared up. And what also helped clear it up was I got some just general like tea tree oil. So I'd like put like a few drops in with my vitamin E oil and rub that in. And then later on, like I know it says you're supposed to dilute it, but like later on I would not dilute it as much, because I found that was more effective and it didn't irritate my skin. So yeah, I'm abscess free. Abscess free for several months now, which is great. So that's why I feel more comfortable showing my results now, because it doesn't look gross. I can move my arms like up here now. I thought that would take way longer to come back. It has taken me, like 6 months to be able to, maybe 5 months to be able to lift my arms above my head. And that's been through a mixture of like yoga, working out, just gentle stretches, pushing myself to reach up to grab things even if I thought that I couldn't. Because to be honest, I think a lot of the not being able to reach up was like a mental thing. Like I didn't want to mess with my scars or anything, so I was dead cautious when I was like lifting up to reach things. But once I got past the mental barrier, I could just do it like really slowly, like little by little, and found I could be reaching the things I needed to, which I think has all helped with my movement. Something I will say, I would not recommend getting surgery like 2 weeks before exams, which is what I did. Don't do that. It was very hard. It was very hard mentally more than physically, which I didn't really factor in as much as I should have. Because I kind of just thought, oh well, 2 weeks later I'll be fine to just go and sit some exams, not exactly strenuous. I was healing at my family home in Nottingham because the hospital was in Manchester and I couldn't exactly travel back to Edinburgh by myself after just having surgery. So my mum kindly drove me back to her house and looked after me for a bit. But in that period of time, I literally like just could not concentrate enough to revise. Like, I did as much as I could really, but it was just really hard to concentrate and also to sit up for that long without proper back support. So yeah, that was really hard, but I did it. And now I finished my degree. And then yeah, the travelling back up to do my exams, like it was like 2.5 weeks later. I got assistance from the train people. But yeah, the travel, the sitting in the train seat for like 4.5 hours wasn't great fun. Okay, I think I'll leave it there. If you've got any extra questions that I've not really addressed in this video, then feel free to ask me down below. Yeah, nothing's off limits. Just ask away and I'll try and answer everything. So thanks for watching. If you did like this video, please give me a like and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos occasionally, so if you want a notification when I do post, then there's the bell. I'm sure every other YouTuber has told you about that. So yeah, I hope you're all good and I will see you again soon. Bye.